Hey, what's up everyone? Good to see you. Paul Tranny here. Gonna dive into the elements of art, as you can see, as it says above me. So, good to see you. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Hello, McCorn and Mercurial, Leah Jackson, and Moat the Void. This is God-given name. Awesome. Robert, what's up, man? Good to see you guys. We're going to dive into this. This is day 2, just so you know. Let's get into it. If you guys don't mind, this is a daily creative challenge. You're going to have the ability to take things to the next level, especially if you happen to be viewing the encore presentation of this. You can see I just have shape and space. That's what we're going to work on today. It's one of the elements of art, which is line, shape, space, color, value, form, texture, right? Everything that makes up a design. So, yeah, good to have you here. I see you, Namisha, Afroja, Hamza, awesome. Gilvan as well, cool. Now, where did this file come from? It came from here, just so you know, behance.net/challenge/Illustrator. I see you over there, Felicia. Awesome. So I'll just paste this link in chat if you're visiting me from elsewhere, but know that I'm on behance.net/Adobe Live. So you can see yesterday we did line art, today we're doing shape and space. So you create what you want and then you upload to Discord for everybody to just ridicule relentlessly. Just kidding. That's not going to happen. Oh, a bunch of good people out there, and yeah, we're just here to encourage you as a designer and artist, so this will be good. Big thank you to the streamers today as well. It was pretty cool seeing what was being created. All right, so that's what you need to do. Just click Get Started. That's where you'll find this file. Looks pretty unassuming, and you would be right. Right, here it is, shape and space, and let's get this party started. Because you know what? Everybody's like thinks the fundamentals, I don't care what you're doing. It's all about the fundamentals when it comes to design. If things look off, hey, keep an eye out for the fundamentals. So we're going to do shape and space, as you can see right here. Create nature-inspired elements using shapes and repeating elements and stuff like that. So this will be fun. All right, so let's just jump in here. We have this open. And these are the shapes we're going to deal with right in here. Like everything is made up of basic shapes, right? These shapes right in here, right? So let's just do this. Let's jump in. Let's grab a rectangle. And we'll be mindful of our fill color and our stroke color. But let's just kind of drag out like so. Maybe we'll create something over here. Oftentimes we get these guides. I love that these guides pop up. So pretty cool. Have that guide pop up. I can sort of make this one that's kind of the same size, boom. And let's just have some fun just kind of creating some stuff. Again, just using a simple rectangle, right? Which, again, seems pretty unassuming. But what we notice, let me just draw this again. Let's do something kind of like that, is this has more than meets the eye. And what's up, everyone? How are you doing? Yes, join the Illustrator Discord. I like hearing that. So what you'll see here for a lot of the shapes and line art, you'll see these control points. So you can grab those points and turn a rectangle into an oval in this case, right? So I'll just undo that, Command Z or Control Z if you're on a PC. And we can go to our selection tools. So we typically use our selection tool or our direct selection tool. So what happens when I just click and drag so I can select these 2 points, right? I can just manipulate and just curve those out like that. And now we have what looks like a thumbprint, I guess, right? So that's pretty cool. So we could take, again, a rectangle and distort it like so. And then we can go from there. So as you can easily see, if I use a rectangle, I can take a rectangle or a square, I could turn it into a circle, right? And oops, manipulate this further as well. In fact, if I hold down the Option key right in here, Option, click, and it's going to change that chamfered corners, rounded corners, all that good stuff, right? I'm easily changing each one of those. And I can vary them. So I can, just still using my direct selection tool, select this one right up here, hit Option, and now this one, we can make it look like it has a bite taken out of it. Right, so there's a lot you can do, right? Super cool and easy, right? Again, I'll just keep this one. I like this curved one right here. Let's go off to the side. Yeah, the option key. And by the way, like all these settings, let's just go ahead and drag this out again. Zoop, like so. If you double click on this control point, just double click on it. Here's all, it'll open up the transform panel. So these are all these specifics for this object. And you notice right up here, so if I did happen to kind of curve this out, we can again adjust each one of these or make them different. But right in here, this is also where they are. So I can make this one a, let's see, what do we have? Round, inverted round, and that's a chamfered corner. So keep in mind, you can actually really get specific or particular using the transform panel like I'm doing now. Now it looks like a stop sign got a bite taken out of it. Okay. Yeah, option click. Have to remember that. It is pretty cool. But what I'm showing you is like basic shapes have like so much more going on. Everybody's like, oh, this is basic shapes. I've been there. Yeah, no, they do a lot. Let's take like the ellipse or a circle. Like we're going to draw out a circle right here, right? Zoop. Here's our lovely circle. Hello. Where did I go, Paul? Hello. Boom. Let's zoom in. Same thing for this circle or ellipse. As we have it selected, we notice this control point off to the side. So we can easily make our fun pie charts or Pac-Man or whatever just by grabbing that control point and rotating it around. Okay, so we can just kind of make that stand up like so. Boom. Take this point, rotate it down just like so. Boom. And again, we can double click will make it go away, but the transform panel, just so you know, will have all of those details for rotating it, which is great because I need this to be exactly 90, and this needs to be exactly, say, 270, like that. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. You can see what it does there. Yeah, tell me about it, Kimmy J Designs. There's so many things that I've learned and forgot. Most of my life is just trying to remember things that I knew at one point in time. Okay. All right, as you can see, what am I making? That's right, I'm just kind of doing my name real fast, okay? I don't know if anybody gets to that, but that's what we have going on. We need to do the A, and some people will grab the pen tool and they're like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, you could do that. I'm okay with that. Hey, whatever gets the job done. But you could also come in here to, say, the polygon. So typically the polygon, right? We can go beyond 5 or 6 sides, right? Drag that out, right? We can rotate those corners, curve them like that. That's not what I want. If I click once, again, click, bam, bring up the polygon settings, right? So this is nice. I can change this down to just 3 sides. Click OK, and there we have our perfect triangle by starting with a polygon, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a P-A-U-L-I-G-O-N is how you spell it. Okay, I wanna show you guys this. Steve and Afroja and Muriel, everybody who's keenly watching. Look how I scaled this up and down. Like, it's actually scaling the line. That's not gonna work, is it? This isn't gonna work. No, we need to go into Preferences, General, and right over here, uncheck this. Don't scale strokes and effects. Don't scale those strokes when I scale them down. I want them to always be the same thickness, right? So we can select this one. This is 10 point. So this one, make this one 10 point. And it will always stay 10 point now, no matter how much I scale it up or scale it down, okay? And there's reasons why you'd need both. So thank you, Kimmy J Designs. It would drive you guys nuts. I know if I made this, one of these lines like just a touch thinner or something, it would drive you nuts. I would drive me nuts. That's why I say it. Yeah, not good. Okay, we could grab a regular line. We learned about this yesterday. We could draw that down. We could do A here, like that. Okay, kind of move that over if we want to, like so. And we have sort of a simple name as we see it. Cool. All right. Hello, Gus. So like it says up here, we're going to take, so this is what I encourage you to do. take your name, and I should have looked and taken the word Wade, right? We could easily do Wade. I could easily see Wade as being, still using the polygon, by the way. Boom. Move this over, boom. Take these two, flip them, and there we have Wade, okay? Or the start of Wade. Okay, if I wanted to do Wade, and let me just do this really fast, because this will take me 2 seconds. Hope you don't mind. So again, create your name out of basic shapes. And I'm going to add nature elements to mine, not to worry. E. How are we going to do the E? That's a good question. We could do a lowercase or an uppercase, but let's just do a rectangle. And lines. Ma'am. Oh, we want to make the exact same line. Hold down the Option key and the Shift key to constrain it. And then there is Wade, as you can tell, right? We'll expand that out and adjust even more. Okay, so you ready for this? Paul Wade, do your name. Wade is famous. Wade's always been famous. He didn't need my help. Some for you pro users, or if you're watching the encore presentation of this, like you want to take things to the next level, just keep in mind views. So what I want to do is I want to hide artboards. So Shift Command H. So that will get rid of the white. So oftentimes I see it like this. I'm like, you know what? Just don't give me borders. Let me have some fun in here. So here's Wade. Okay, so Wade, what I'm thinking would be cool, what if we want to combine letters together or combine shapes? Because right now these two are overlapping right here. What if I didn't want that? Okay, well that's where the lovely properties panel comes into play. So there's two ways to do this. Okay, so right over here, Pathfinder, right? It's going to click to unite, boom, and we've united it. Okay, but what if we just want to get rid of this one line right here, right? We want even more control. Well, what I encourage you to use there is right off to the side. It might be kind of hard to find, but there's your shape builder tool. We want to build shapes, right? Selecting shape builder, and now I can click and drag to connect these two shapes like so. And now we have that one line removed. We can see this as a whole shape and works better for my design. Yeah, Pathfinder and Shape Builder tools. Here's another pro tip, which I think is so cool. So let's just undo this. Let's go over here to Pathfinder. So typically if you hit Pathfinder and you get rid of those lines, like they're no longer there. But what you can do is I'll undo that. I'll go back over here and I'll hold down the Option key. And notice when I roll over this, you do an Alt click or an Option click to create a compound shape. So what does that mean? I'll do it first. Bam. Clicked it. It still keeps the math back there. So if I decide I want to go inside of this, right? Double click inside of this compound shape. Now I can move this over. I can say, you know what? Let's make that look more like a W, like so. Okay. So compound shapes do not get rid of the math. And all you have to do is hold down the Option key or the Alt key. And there you go. Wade is famous. We're creating simple objects, and we're going to turn these into just some fun nature scenes too. Okay. Shape Builder is really fun, by the way. I'm into it. All right, let's have some fun. We got Wade down here. Let's move it. Zoop. Take my name. Zoop. Zoop. We'll just keep it right there, by the way, just as a backup, just to visually kind of show where we started. And we could have fun with these shapes now. Okay. Yeah, alt clicking. Michelle, I didn't know that for like a year. I just learned like a year ago that that was possible. All right, let's have some fun. Let's make this look like a nature scene. I think that would be kind of cool. And we'll see what happens, where we get, right? Because chances are you've probably played with color a little bit. So if my foreground color is the fill, again, just keep in mind, if you click on either one of these, stroke or fill, will determine which one's in the front. That becomes important because when you go over here to change the color, say in your swatches, it's going to go ahead and change whatever's in the foreground color. So we'll go, actually move that down. Move this up. You know, as soon as I click, it's going to change the stroke, and that's not what I want. Okay, so we need to make sure that fill is in front. We'll click on, say, this gold. And there's sort of the start of a sun peering behind a tree. So let's just like have some fun now, shall we, folks? Boom. What does this look like? A mountain or a tree? I think it kind of looks like an evergreen tree. So let's just do that. Don't worry, we're gonna add more to this. What does this look like? Does it look like anything? I don't even know. It looks like somebody's sticking out their tongue. Ooh, could be a tent. I like it. And then we have this L over here. And what I'm seeing for this L is to start to make it look like a tree with different leaves on it, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Again, we're just having a good time. Take your name, turn it into basic shapes. For now, I'm gonna kind of curve this out like that. There's my L. Maybe this is green, right? This could be brown, right? Let's make a leaf. How are we gonna make a leaf? I want it to be a very graphic leaf. So let's come in here. We have this lovely square. We will fill it with green. And then we're gonna select opposing corners. What's up, Lamia? Good to see ya. Ooh, the U could be a river bend. I like that because it uses a nice color of blue, which I'm totally into. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this point. I'm gonna hold down the shift key to kind of click and drag and grab both of these points, opposing corners, and bring them in like so. And now we have our leaf. And from here, I can draw a line or maybe even use the pencil tool, right? Because what I'm thinking is I just want to give this like a little bit of a curve like that. Oh, it's a little sloppy. Double click. We learned this yesterday. When I draw with a pencil, make it smooth. Nice smooth line. And again, I can manipulate these points if I want to. You guys get the idea. I'm just kind of making it look a touch more organic. And you can see what I have here. It is a leaf. So this side, actually what I need to do is I'll probably take this. Let's flip it. There we go. Not crazy about this this part, like not being a rounded end cap. Well, we can change that as well. With your line selected, go right over to your stroke, click on where it says stroke, and then we can make the cap rounded. Boop. There it is. Sure enough, it's rounded and just looks better. Okay, so there's the leaf. Scale that down, kind of put it over here. I don't know. I'm just playing around. I hope you guys don't mind. There it is. One leaf. Bring it up here. This is how I flip things, by the way. Umacord, are you making fun of me? Boop. All right, so right here. There's the reflect and rotate tools. So you could use O, right? That shortcut, or R. And what you could also do is you could double click on it. If you double click on it, it's going to bring up your reflect options. And that's what I usually do. I just double click on the tool. And then I'm like, well, what do I want to do? I want to flip it horizontally or flip it vertically? Sure enough, I want to flip it vertically. Click OK. And there, that's flipped the way I want it to be flipped. And I can put it on this side, down a little further, rotate it. Maybe it's a smaller leaf. You get the idea. All right, we're just having fun, everybody. Is that okay? We're just messing around in Illustrator. I got 5 minutes to spare. So this is really good. Everything is made up of basic shapes. And I think even logo design, really all logo design is deducing things down to their basic shape, right? The easiest read as possible, say for a tree, kind of an abstract tree, but a very, very basic, like sort of fundamental, you know, version of it. All right, I don't know if I have a nice singing voice, but thank you. So there that is. That's not bad. Another thing we can consider doing with this. Okay, and again, I'm not crazy about this brown. Now, since we started adding color, which really kind of shows what each thing is, I want to kind of change that color. So this is what we'll do. We'll go right up here. This is so cool. Check this out. Each one of these, notice how they have a triangle in the corner. It means that it is a global color, which means if I change it, it's going to change it everywhere. So I'll double click to access that color. And then from here, I'm going to crank up and change it. By the way, let's preview it. And we'll make it more, just like give it more of a color that matches the rest of the design and has a little bit more pop. So I'm using a lot of like kind of primary and secondary colors. Right, so that's all I need to do. It changes it everywhere. We're looking good. Click OK, done. Another thing we could do with this, like you guys said, it could be a tent, right? So we can kind of take a look at that. Could be a tent with a flag that we can consider dropping in here at the top. Boom. I don't know, do tents have flags? Polygon. There it is. Rotate it. Stretch it. Shrink it. You get the idea. It's kind of like a fun little like camping design that I've made with my name, right? Or global in all Illustrator. It's only global for this file, okay? But notice that each time you make a color, so let's say for instance I just mixed this red, okay? I can add this color right over here to my swatches panel, new swatch, boom. Here it is. And notice how global is going to be turned on by default. Okay, but now notice it's a global color and this is Paul's red. And then click OK. And sure enough, it has the notch taken out of it. The bummer thing is gradients can't be global colors, which is kind of boring. Kind of a bummer, I should say. All right. Fantastic. You appear too tense. Jennifer Poole. Pun of the day. Jennifer's coming through with the pun of the day, people. Great job. Let's repeat some elements. Let's throw some sunlight on this. I don't know if this is going to work. Chances are we're going to over-design this. And that's okay. I'm sorry, Wade, I didn't quite get to yours, but I want to kind of continue down this road of... Actually, let's do this Wade. Let's do it with Wade's. I'm going to hurry through this because I only have a couple minutes. But let's pretend like this is a sun, okay, which I'm into. This totally looks like mountains, but let's just throw some color in here. Wade is such a joy to be around. We're going to turn this into a sun, and it's going to have sort of radiating lines. So let's just take a rectangle tool. We'll draw it like so, zoop, like that. We will curve the corners. So here's sort of one beam of light, right? And we could do a step and repeat and other things, but what I would do is I would go into Object, and I would go down here to do a repeat, a radial repeat. Pause for screenshots. Radiating Wade, there we are. We have our wonderful radiating lines, right? Our rays of light, which is just like Wade. He's a breath of fresh air, just a ray of light with everybody he comes in contact with. We can make as many or as few of those as we want. And guess what? We can go ahead and trim it up. So we'll only make sure it goes around, say, one side, which is all I'm doing. Adjusting this point right here and making sure that many are shown. And then we can bring it down into place like that. Oh, did I accidentally grab the... There we go. Yeah, you guys get the idea. I would have to adjust it some more, but I'm kind of down to my last minute. Hopefully you guys get the idea. Wade just being that sunshine that everybody's into. Yeah, that's all I got. I love doing the repeats for AI. I agree. It's 100% awesome. But there you go. Just go ahead and create what you want. Export this out, by the way. Just turn off that bottom layer, and whatever you create, export it out and post it to good old Discord. Export for screens. Let's put on my desktop. Hurry, Paul. Hurry. Come on. Desktop. Boom. Boom. There it is. Drop that in. So again, if you're watching the encore presentation of this, get more into the repeats and see what you can create with these basic shapes would be great. Try to, you know, spend some quality time with your name, shall we? A big thank you to Wayne for being a good sport today, man. I appreciate it. And also, if you want to continue doing line drawing, we started out with line work yesterday. Here it is animated in After Effects. So take things to the next level. This is only the beginning, all of these daily creative challenges. So thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.